This morning's offering from Conor Knighton comes complete with a cherry on top.
This is cherry country. Central Washington's long, sunny summer days and cool evenings make the region an ideal place to grow all sorts of sweet cherries, from the deep red Bing to the golden yellow tinted Rainier.
This is really, I think, the best place on the earth to grow cherries, on Stamelt Hill.
Kyle Matheson is a fourth-generation cherry farmer. His family owns Stamelt Growers in Wenatchee, Washington, one of America's largest cherry producers. In winter, their orchards are covered in snow. Then in spring, the buds begin to blossom. Come summer, it's harvest time.
What types of cherries are these?
These are skenas. These are the ones that split when they see a little bit of a rain cloud. They don't take much to split a skena.
A split or cracked cherry is not only less attractive, it's also more prone to rot. The fragile fruit can rupture if rainwater sits for too long on the skin.
It goes right through the skin of the cherry, and this cherry swells and swells, and pretty soon it swells so much that it breaks the skin. And so the idea is get that water off the cherry so it doesn't break the skin.
Decades ago, cherry farmers came up with what sounded like a crazy idea to protect their crop. They would blow dry the cherry trees from above with helicopters.
Certainly we could go out there, individually or with a leaf blower, but on the magnitude that we're talking about with the number of acres and trees that we have to dry, it's just really the only effective way to move through the orchard quickly.
Pilot Ryan McDonald is the owner of Northwind Aviation, a company with a fleet of helicopters on standby during the summer, ready to provide drying services for Washington farmers.
What's the time window like between when it stops raining and when you need to be in the air?
Typically, you want to be done drying within an hour to 2 hours. After the 2-hour window, the tree is really taking in a lot of that water, and you're going to start seeing splits.
A lot of these families have been here farming the same ground for generations.
McDonald grew up on a Washington cherry farm. A former member of the U.S. snowboard team and an Army veteran, his love of flying inspired him to start his own aviation company focused on agriculture. For cherry drying, pilots need to fly so low that it can be a risky business.
There's just a lot of hazards in doing what we do. Obviously, we're hovering over trees, so there's not an ideal landing spot for an emergency. Inevitably, there's power lines, there's other trees, obstacles around, and so you have to maintain a high level of alertness and pay attention, even though you're mowing the grass for hours on end. Every year, unfortunately, there is certain incidents that happen in this from pilots just losing focus for a split second.
McDonald demonstrated his flying technique for us, but there hasn't been much need for cherry drying this year. It's barely rained.
It's been a perfect year. It's probably one of the best cherry years I've ever remembered.
While some smaller farmers might take their chances with the forecast, Kyle Matheson pays a retainer to keep pilots on standby.
When you need them, you need them.
So it's kind of like you're buying insurance then.
You're buying insurance, right? It is kind of an insurance policy, you're right.
Are there summers where you might not have them fly at all?
That's the best summer.
Okay.
Cherry customers are choosy. The summer fruit is often an impulse purchase.
People put bananas and apples on their grocery list, but very rarely cherries. And so the cherries are, if they look shiny and fresh, then people buy them. And the splits, they don't really encourage that purchase.
For now, pilots like Ryan McDonald are spending the summer watching the skies, ready to take off whenever rain starts to fall.
Almost every person who buys a cherry at the grocery store has no idea that someone like you was involved in getting that to the supermarket. Does that bother you at all?
Nope. There's a lot of aspects about farming that people don't know are taking place. And there is a lot of links in the chain to get food from the ground to the stores. And it's great to be a part of it.